Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome in. I'm here to do a general reading, actually, in the energy of Venus and Leo. As I record this, Venus has just moved into Leo. It's at 0 degrees, which quite intensely puts it in almost direct opposition with Pluto, which is at 1 degree of Aquarius right now. Pluto is also retrograde, so the intensity of this energy cannot be overstated, I'm telling you. Anyways, when we're dealing with Pluto and Venus contacts, it's something I, as a romantic astrologer, often look for in two people's charts, because that means to me that it has a very deep and destined component to it, which can sound all very romantic and dreamy. And yeah, it has that component. We're dealing with Pluto, but it also can carry a very strong mirroring effect. In fact, a lot of times when I've done people's charts, they've come to me and been like, my twin flame this and my twin flame that. Then I look at their charts and I see very strong Pluto connections, specifically to their personal planets and their partner's Pluto or vice versa. That's super strong, or anything that's very strong in the 8th or 12th house as well. Anyway, you guys, Pluto in opposition to Venus is interesting in these two signs, especially because next year the North and South node, which are our nodes of destiny, are activated in Aquarius and Leo. So it's almost like what's happening right now is a foreshadowing of what's to come when that nodal shift happens. It's very, very deep, that's for sure. Pluto is about deep and abiding change, and Aquarius brings about change. So, and out of nowhere too, it can be very, very sudden and unexpected. Not really sure where I'm going with that, but Pluto also, it is the unseen, the unknown, the psyche. It can be past lives. It's the mysterious planet that they can't even decide whether or not it is a planet. And heavy Pluto contacts in a couple's chart is quite interesting. That said, let's get into the reading. I'm going to be focusing mainly on yourself because, again, it's Pluto and it has a mirror effect. Whether whether that's the option or not, like as soon as it comes into contact with Venus. But we'll see if that comes up in the reading. I'll be focusing mainly on your energy. We will be taking a look at a person coming around you, of course. If there's a need to go deeper, we will. Let's get into the reading because I can feel the push already. You know what? I'm going to start off because we're dealing with an unusual energy. Let's start off with the Sacred Rebels. Let's see the overall energy for you when it comes to this Pluto contact. Every journey begins with a single step. Well, this is quite interesting. Now, this is number 12 in this card, or in this, anyways, bear with me, you guys, I'll find my words. This is number 12 in this deck. That's the Hanged Man in tarot. And the Hanged Man is about keeping yourself in a place of suspended activity or sacrifice until you can see things from a certain perspective, but at a certain point in time, you do have to come out of that and kind of make a move. It's time. Okay. Interesting. And then we have come to life. That's what I'm saying. At some point in time, you have enough perspective and it's time to get back in the game. Okay, interesting. Come to life. This does have reinvention qualities. She's painting herself. She's black and white in this picture, and she's painting herself. And I like how there's a little monkey here because monkeys to me are all about curiosity and imagination. Okay. Her heart chakra is coming to life here too. Like what's inside is projecting out. Ooh, this is deep already. Okay. Let's lighten it up. Let's get a romance angel. What do we have? Oh my heart. Okay. Forgiving and learning as you release and heal the past, you explore more love in your present moments. The Hanged Man, keeping yourself back for some reason. It is kind of a place of self-sacrifice, but releasing and healing the past. Now, whether you were working on behaviors of your own or patterns of your own, again, we're dealing with Pluto, or just your own past or your life, allowing your heart to be open again, coming to life. Let's do another one. And then we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. Now, sometimes I can look at that as childhood and belief systems that were instilled into you, forgiving and learning. And moving forward, it is about recognizing what held you back. That's for sure. It can be giving you a whole new perspective on your past in terms of your love life. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, I see chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Now, for some of you, you may have encountered somebody who brought that up for you. And when we're talking, remember what I said about Pluto, Scorpio's ruler, when Pluto contacts the chart, it tends to mirror things from your deep psyche. Okay, very, very interesting. But I do like this come to life because more Pluto energy, death and rebirth. It's a constant state of reinvention. Okay. I wasn't going to do astrology. You guys will have to bear with my communication. I feel like I'm under, I don't know, an electric blanket, but like an electrified blanket. What do we have? This could be astrological energy in your chart in somebody around you, or just overall influencing the situation. Oh my gosh, my heart, what is even going on? Well, we have Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius is going on. We also just had a full moon in Aquarius, which I know we've since had the new moon in Virgo, it was a couple days ago, but I still feel that energy very strong. But every journey begins with a single step. Next year, the North Node begins in Aquarius. This is about what you want to be going forward. Reinventing your past. You're not I'm getting a quote. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm hearing, I have done wrong, I have done wrong, I have done wrong. And that won't let go of me. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know. But anyways, here we go, Aquarius. And then we have Mercury. This is about communication, messages. So every journey begins with a single step and some kind of forgiving and learning here. You may want to communicate to somebody about this. Capricorn energy, interesting. Now, Pluto, before it shifted into Aquarius, which we have here, it spent 16 years in Capricorn. It was a Saturn energy. It's about what holds us back. It's about time and the lessons learned. Hard lessons, absolutely. Okay. But as I always say with Saturn, the lessons are hard because the results or the rewards are that big. Now, you could be communicating with somebody from your past here, even from your childhood. Then I see Gemini energy. Isn't that interesting? Because I pointed out that curious little monkey. Uranus is in Gemini right now. But that is about remaining flexible in how you think and working together. Let's see. Let's do one more. We have Chiron here. Chiron is in the final degree of Aries. It's the location of our deepest unhealed wound activation. Whoa. Okay. And then we have Jupiter of Sagittarius here. This is about broadening your horizons. It is about moving forward from that deep 8th house energy of Pluto and expanding out into the world. Eventually, you have to come out of the Hanged Man. This is new adventures. Come to life. Wow. Okay. This reading is quite the thing. I hope you guys are with me. We certainly do need the naked heart if we're diving into Pluto. Pluto is my chart ruler as well, so I do know it very well. Let's see what's going on. Okay, let me see the recent past. Let's see what you're releasing here. Because we do have, look at this. Wow. Scorpio energy with death and rebirth, reinvention. That's what I said. We have Pluto here. And I like how in this death mask, there is a brighter horizon. There's already, but I said it's a constant state. There's already a new beginning in sight. You just have to step into it. Okay. So, reinvention. Let me see you right now. Let's see your energy. Look at this. We have the Hermit. How interesting. Virgo energy. We just had that new moon in Virgo. Also Virgo season. Very strong. The Hermit is wise. This is the wise old Hermit. He's a soul searcher. He goes within to see where his true path is leading him. And usually the Hermit has been through a lot as well. It's not an easy journey, so he takes his time to self-reflect. So also, though, coming out of Hermit mode, now you know what's interesting is that Virgo is the opposite sign of Pisces, and it's in the South Node right now. So, pass. It's a time of reflection. Whoa, you guys. You know what I just realized? I'm the messiest at putting away my cards after readings. And sometimes it's on purpose because I don't fix it, because that's where the magic happens. In the Naked Heart deck, we had one from the Light Seer, and it's death and rebirth. And I've been talking about this come to life right there. Ooh, okay. But again, it is because of that forgiving and learning and understanding of what you've been through that the wisdom comes with the Hermit. That's where it comes from. Can I see the actions that you want to take? Because you're communicating. You want to communicate here, the Hermit and messages. To Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is incredibly emotionally deep. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio. But definitely very come to life. What's interesting is that the Queen of Cups is Cancer energy, and we have Capricorn right here. So we're going to have to clarify that. But this can be about you, messages wanting to communicate here. Queen of Cups, which is the energy of forgiveness in the embodiment of it. Queen of Cups is very empathic. Okay. Let me see the energy surrounding you. What's going on here? We have the Strength card and then the Ace of Swords. Okay. The Strength is Leo energy. And of course, we just left Leo season, Venus and Leo. It's about courage. It is about integrity to your own heart. It's about willpower. Every journey begins with a single step. And this single step requires courage, and it does require that you tell some kind of truth with this Ace of Swords. It's communication. It's messages. Let's see what's under that Ace of Swords I feel drawn to. We have the Seven of Wands. All right. How fierce that Seven of Wands is. Ace of Swords. Maybe you're, I don't know, maybe you're worried about this person's reception. Or maybe they have you on block right now. Maybe, yeah. Anyways, we'll get into that. Let's see what the challenge is for you. The Two of Wands. Every journey begins with a single step. This is a choice point. It's where a new beginning is like beginning to unfold. It's the path within sight. And I said that with death and rebirth. All you got to do is take a step onto it. And that is where the coming to life happens. Okay. But again, we have this energy of maybe needing courage to do so. Can be about talking about how you feel. Potential outcome. Okay. Outcome. We have balance. Let's see. Two of Pentacles. And we also have working together, remaining flexible. Two twos, both about a choice point. Okay. But that is also a card about wait. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Let's go to, well, we already have death and rebirth out of the lights here. Imagine if the death and rebirth card from the Naked Heart was in here. I like that the Naked Heart, we have forgiving and learning, because that's exactly what it is. That's when the heart can become vulnerable. Every journey begins with a single step. Let's see death and rebirth. This is interesting. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor. The Emperor is Mars energy, divine masculine, husband, father. And this is also a card about independence. Can I get one more on the Nine of Pentacles? There is this Emperor to you. The Page of Swords. Yeah. Page of Swords is communication, though. Now, this could be, again, we have you wanting to communicate with somebody. I'm not sure about this Nine of Pentacles. Giving and learning, releasing and healing your past. As I mentioned, the Nine of Pentacles is independence. But I'll go a little bit deeper into that. Let me see the Hermit. An Emperor is about belief systems sometimes. Okay, very interesting here. We have the King of Swords, Aquarius energy. Now, the King of Swords is incredibly logical. We have this in the heart space. Page of Swords. And remember, I said you have a truth to tell. Every journey begins with a single step. And here's the single step. It's the King of Wands, which is very much the opposite energy. Look at this. We have Leo and Aquarius, these two kings, in opposition. And the King of Wands is incredibly confident. He's very creative, very ambitious. And when his heart is stirred up, we've got the Queen of Cups here. When his heart is stirred up, then usually a crossroads ensues, especially to the King of Swords, because acting from or feeling stirred up or feeling that level of passion and being confident about it isn't easy for the King of Swords, because it may not have a logic to it. But remember, I said it's going to require confidence for you. We have the Knight of Cups, forgiving and learning. This could be an apology that you want to give to somebody. Coming to life. That could be your heart opening as well. Let's see this Queen of Cups. Yeah. The Ace of Pentacles, an offer. You want to make some kind of offer here. And this is about a new beginning, but for some reason it required you releasing the past. And then we get the Nine of Pentacles, which is about becoming single of sorts. Whatever that means for you. I'm gonna look into that a little bit. It's not necessarily single, right? But independent. But here's an offer that you want to make. Something solid. Every journey begins with a single step. Here's the step. That seed can be planted and grown. And there's something you feel sad about. There's something you regret. That's why, again, why it's taking courage. Now, maybe this person has you blocked a bit here. Let me see the Ace of Pentacles. And you know, the Ace of Pentacles makes this 9 into a 10 of Pentacles, which is commitment, stability, longevity. 6 of Wands, this is a card about appreciation, but also confidence. So I feel like you're getting into this place of the King of Wands because you want to have some kind of victory here. And I see the 6 of Wands. Yeah, what? This is crazy. Now the Ace of Swords, the truth. And then the 8 of Wands, Leo energy. Now, we saw that 7 of Wands. It was here with strength. Again, maybe this requires a little bit of a fight for you maybe there's obstacles and you're going to have to believe in yourself. But this unblocks the energy. Whatever the truth is, now we have the 8 of Wands and the energy can flow. Ace of Swords. Can I see the Ace of Swords? Look, the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, which we already talked about. The 9 of Pentacles, then the Ace. So, I mean, you're coming from a place of a lot of independence here. So maybe having somebody else in your world is something that you, I don't know, something that you're hesitant on but the 2 of Cups, Venus and Cancer energy, soulmate energy. This is my heart to heart and eye to eye. It's partnership. It's symbiosis. And we do have that here with the Gemini energy. Can I see the 2 of Cups? Interesting. We have the moon. In the middle of the month of September, there's a full moon eclipse in Pisces. Now, this eclipse season puts kind of an end to our current North and South node, which is in Virgo and Pisces, both of which we have. And then the activation of Leo and Aquarius next year. But anyway, the moon. The moon can be about what's hidden, mystery. And maybe, again, that's why it requires courage for you. Also, the moon is about being guided into the mystery of the heart. And we do have that going on for you here with the Hermit. Let's see the 2 of Wands. There's the path. It's the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Because that is who you want to communicate to. That's who you, 6 of Wands, that you want to make this offer to. And then I see the 5 of Wands right here. Forgiving and learning. You could be concerned that this person, that there's conflict, competition, because you're trying to have the courage to do it and set foot on the path. Can I see Queen of Cups? Who is the half of this 2 of Cups, right? And I see the Queen of Cups. The 6 of Swords. This is about wanting to get out of your own way. Now, the 5 of Swords is about reliving the past, in my opinion. In this way, it is. It's about telling yourself the same old story. It's really self-defensive, actually. And then the 6 of Swords is choosing to move out of that place of conflict, right? Every journey begins with a single step. Can I see the 2 of Pentacles? I was hesitant, we'll see. Well, but it is the 10, right? And that's what we have you wanting to build here already. You have the 9. And you want to offer the final one, making something stable come to life. Let's see. The Page of Pentacles and then the 3 of Wands. There you go. The 3 of Wands is setting foot on the path, ready for the exploration. In fact, she's dressed like an ocean explorer. We got strength here. We have strength right here as well. And I mean, this might require you heading into something, into the unknown, something that's quite uncomfortable for you. We're dealing with North and South Node activation here, right? So anyway, the Ace of Pentacles, remember I said it's a seed that can be planted, but it's merely energy. The pages make them real. And here's the message. Here's communication. Holding on to that ace. One more. Can I see? It's the Three of Wands, and then look, the Ten of Cups. The Three of Wands right here. The Ten of Cups. Oh my gosh, I almost couldn't talk there. Is built by the King and Queen of Cups. And this is the Queen of Cups you want to talk to. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Let's see, Three of Wands, please. It's the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune. No way. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy right now in Cancer, but it is about destiny and timing and new beginnings. And then Emperor, divine masculine energy here. Nine of Pentacles. The Emperor builds empires, and it looks to me like that's what you're contemplating doing. So you definitely are being careful about this. Maybe in the past when you've had experiences, like when you were not in Nine of Pentacles, that was taken for granted. Let me see. Let's see. I mean, it could be. We have Justice right here. Libra energy, and then the Four of Cups. So again, a hesitation on stepping into a new beginning or an offer or making an offer. We had that Knight of Cups. Yeah, look at this, Ten of Swords. Forgiving and learning, releasing and healing the past. For some of you, the King of Swords could be a legal decision that releases you from the past. But that's only for some of you. Okay, how interesting. Let's check out the Queen of Cups. Let's go back to the lights here. How does the Queen of Cups feel? The Hermit and Temperance. This is beautiful. Well, both of you in this hermit mode, you've both learned a lot of lessons, both very wise. And Temperance is ultimately a card about patience, understanding, forgiveness. Remember, we had the Two of Cups. That's what Archangel Michael is balancing out here. It's soulmate energy. We have the Two of Cups. So, Pluto. I mean, there could have been something in the past between the both of you as well. Let's get one more with Temperance. That's patience. No. Okay. But both of you have the Hermit. So I feel like in a sense, both of you have learned similar things or had a similar journey. The King of Pentacles, King of Swords, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. And you want to talk to a Queen of Cups. There's no King of Cups here. So that might be your missing element. And I said the Emperor builds empires. The King of Pentacles is commitment. Serious energy here. One more. King of Pentacles. No kidding. We have the Lovers, Gemini's major arcana, soulmate energy. Now the Lovers, remember what I said in the beginning, when these kinds of connections cross your path, they wake you up to a side of yourself that maybe you've never seen before, maybe you have, but nevertheless, they send you to a crossroads, to a wands. And it takes a lot of courage to believe in your own heart at that point in time. This is a difficult decision. Let's have one more. A lot of passion there. Six of Swords. And then we have the Six of Swords. Let me see one at the wheel here. Whoa. The 9 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Interesting. The 9 of Swords is a lot of overthinking. It's a lot of stress and anxiety and worry. King of Swords material. Trying to kind of predict how something's going to go before it happens. And then the 3 of Cups is happiness. It's union. It's coming back together. Yeah, there could have been a separation here. You might miss this person. Let me see the 3 of Cups. And then we're going to move to the blue deck. The Queen of Wands and the Fool. I love that that King of Wands came out. And remember I said they wake you up to a side of yourself. The Queen of Wands. And the Fool is Aries energy. And I always say, love rewards the brave. This is a leap of faith. But it's also coming out of Hermit energy. It's trusting yourself. This could be somebody that you want, like I said, you're missing piece to collaborate with, to create an empire with. Yeah, the 10 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles, which is a card about collaboration. Interesting. Let me see Death and Rebirth. I'm just going to do one more there. Releasing and healing the past. The Page of Pentacles, and then I see the 6 of Cups. Scorpio energy. Now, the 6 of Cups is about memories of the past, but more on a heart level. It's like emotions we hold on to. What did I say? I have done wrong, I've done wrong, I've done wrong. And that won't let go of me. But that story is not me. It's a song lyrics coming through. Not who I am. Death and Rebirth. And then the King of Fire. Amazing. The Page of Earth comes in the recent past and right here. Okay. Let's go. No, I want the blue deck. We have storm warning. There's that Aquarius energy. There's Pluto. Let me see. Oh. There's so many. Okay. I did see happy family and goddess of the moon though. Okay. Goddess of the moon, and we have the moon in the reading and very strong Cancer energy. One more. Angel of Balance. And then the Queen of Pentacles and Door to Spirit. Death and Rebirth. Let me have one more. This could actually be somebody, oh my. The door to personal healing and happiness. I mean, for some of you, this could be somebody that's passed on. Communicating with this angel of balance and door to spirit that's guiding you through this. It could be forgiving and learning. Let me see one more. Anxiety, the 9 of Swords. Let me have one more. Maybe it comes through in your sleep. Maybe you're getting messages. We do have messages. Rest and rejuvenate. One more. And there we have it. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, communication. And then we have healer of the ages. We have the 6 of Cups, releasing and healing the past. Whoever this person is. Now, again, it could be somebody from your past, deep in your past. But it could also be that Pluto energy. This person could be very healing for you. We do have rest and rejuvenate right here and healer. Can I have one more? The sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, look at the third eye. And I said, you're getting something through in your intuition very strongly. King of Pentacles, man holding a coin. Super interesting. Okay. Where do we need to go, you guys? Let's go. Let me get a message. Obviously, take these with a grain of salt. Actually, we're going to get a moon card too because this reading was very moony. Let me see. Hard to let go of you. Forgiving and learning, releasing and healing. Okay. Another one. Please give me some time. And I said, why do I have a feeling this connection is in separation? One more. It's a life lesson for both of us. Mirroring. Now, this could be communication from somebody from your past. One more. My life is upside down. 9 of Swords. Whoa. Whoa. The Queen of Cups is there with patience and understanding. Can I have one more? I will wait patiently for you. Wow. Okay. I'm just listening for what I should do here. Now, this is a very intense energy. All right, let's go. Let's go. Can I please have these? Let's go to the talisman. Consider these to be like code words that you can take away from the reading with you, if they resonate. Banish a curse. Oh, okay. Banish a curse. Release and healing the past. Okay, banish a curse. But that story's not me. It's not who I am. Okay, interesting. Let's see. Willpower. There's that strength card. And then happiness, blessed day, and cast away negativity. Incredible. All right. That's the whole reading. There's a lot here about belief systems. Okay. Let's close this reading off for you with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. I hope this resonated. I truly do hope it helped. It was intense. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Amazing. King of Wands, right? Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Yes, you do. Let me see. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Last one. Every journey begins with a single step. Surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our life. Let go and all will work out. It does require that shift in perspective of the Hanged Man, though. Look at this. It says, embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. I said that. 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Let me just cut it. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Definitely. All right. I love you guys very much. Interesting reading. My head is, anyways. I'll see you very soon. Namaste, my friends.